Hello, my friends, and welcome back to part 14 of Let's Play Twilight Princess. Why am I talking in this voice mask? Well, this is part 14. One more part than my cancelled Wind Waker playthrough. The original Wind Waker, that is. Yeah, I feel like for sure this time around that I can actually finish a Zelda game. Holy flid. That is good news to me. Yeah! Yeah, let's slash everything and break pots. Wait a second, I already broke them all. Sad face. Let's go ahead and fight our boss. Every Zelda game has one. This game is no different. Let's do this. Son of a... Link, why are you clipping through that lock there? Designers! Designers! That's actually my favorite part of my Wind Waker Let's Play, looking back to that, was the voice I did for that one particular person. I think a lot of people like that. So it's kind of a nostalgic throwback in that sense, but alas, let's save the funny voices for later and fight whatever this is. Just a bunch of bomb beetles. This is disappointing, because I'm just going to have to turn off my... Oh, wait a second. I guess I can't just walk out right away. Time to fight ourselves some Twilight Parasite Diababa! We get a nice little remix of the Fire Boss theme from Ocarina of Time that I do like. And a little simple boss here. We just need to feed these guys some bombs, and that's about it. And that's about it. And yeah, unfortunately, that was kind of a lackluster boss. I mean, it's the first dungeon after all. I mean, you can't really do too much with it, you know. And so yeah, I'm sorry about that, folks. For the Oh, wait a second. That was just the icing on top of the cake. Get out of here, man. This game loves to play mind games on me. All of a sudden, we're all over the place, I might say. And it looks like those bomb bugs are gone. It looks like this fight is kind of unwinnable. Wait, I can't get out? What the fled? Come on! What am I supposed to do? Ow! Little jerk. Wait a second, I know that voice. Game, you're pulling all sorts of shenanigans on me. What now?
You damn dirty ape!
We need to steal the bomb bug from these, well, steal the bomb bug, rather, from, the monkey boss. And, feed them to the little minions over there to the side. Ow! I think if you stand a safe distance from them, you won't actually get hit. I was about to say, did it actually go in there? Man, I can barely talk right now. Just sort of sitting there looking at him, I guess. Looks like he wasn't causing anybody trouble, but I guess we are now. I was kind of worried for a moment that the wooden sword wasn't causing damage, because I know... Oh, crap. I know, like, with the way the bosses are designed, there's usually a portion where you can whack away on it and deal damage because you have to have it let its guard down first, and that's essentially every boss in the game, for the most part. And I'm just hoping that design quirk doesn't ruin my wooden sword run, essentially. Otherwise, I could be screwed. I don't think it should, though. I know Brina on YouTube did a wooden sword run through the entirety of Twilight Princess. And I'm not just talking the first half of the game, I'm seriously talking about the second half too. And props to her for having the patience to do that, because I couldn't. Getting the glitch to work, and oh, getting the glitch to work to where she keeps it for the whole duration of the game. Man, that's just frustrating. Yeah, best to take care of these guys to the side first before handling the big daddy. Oh, I guess that works. Okay, it still works. Good. I was kind of worried for a second. Even though somebody already went through this fight without much trouble, but I digress. But yeah, creative first boss, if I do say so myself. Not something you can rush head first into, that's something. And it actually deals decent damage per strike. Where is that throughout most of the game, for reals? And it's time to get our plot MacGuffin and the thing that the Spirit and Minna was talking about. No, I don't want that. I don't want that filthy piece of trash. It's the ugliest looking thing I've ever set eyes upon. Well done! That's what I was looking for. That's a fuse shadow. It's what the light spirit called dark power. Do you remember what that spirit said about how you had to match the power of the King of the Shadows? Could it really be so easy? Is this all there is to it? There's a total of 3 fused shadows. I'd hurt my voice if I did that all the time. I apologize in advance. I think the other light spirits have the rest. If you want to know exactly what fused shadows are, well, maybe I'll tell you if you find the other 2. I guess you'd better do your best to find them, huh? So, let's not waste any more time here when we could be looking for the other 2. And on my word, I love the theme that plays whenever you beat a boss. Part of my top 5 favorite themes in this game. Seriously though, it's so relaxing. It makes me just want to stand in the room and just relax and just contemplate on the thought that, hey, I beat a boss. I feel great. Let's sit down and relax and hide out over here in the grass and take a nice little snooze and maybe just jump into the water instead maybe and just take a nice little swim and relax and stuff, but alas, we need to get going and I want it! I want it so badly! I'm sorry, Hard Container. I would get you if this were any other run, but alas, we must part ways for now. I'm so sorry. I want you so badly, my OCD is calling out to you, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hard Container. I'm gonna have to ignore you and your other little buddies for now. Yep, I'm done here. Done contemplating on the fact that I can't get any Hard Containers. Boy. Do I want to save? Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. I'm probably going to take a little recording break after this and go eat some stuff. 5.5 hours, holy flid. Heroic Link! Do not think that Hyrule is now safe from the spread of Twilight. About freaking time. Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to it either. Yeah, seriously, don't remind me. I don't want to go through that portion. Ugh. I don't like these mandatory bug hunt sections. Ugh. Yeah, like I'd put all of my faith into you. Yeah, for reals, it's a good idea. I am taking a break after this video because it's like, for reals, raining outside. But yeah, finally, about freaking time, we can actually leave these accursed woods in our fair land of Ordon and actually go to Hyrule. Granted, not much, but little by little we're open. And that's another problem, too, that I have with the whole Twilight-y gimmick. Is that, well, like, in other Zelda games, like, you had most of the world open to you. Granted, there were still portions that you still had to get stuff for before you had to move on. But you still had a good, decent chunk of stuff to go through and other side quests to fulfill before moving on. And even in Wind Waker, though, I mean, like, you can backtrack to... Like, once you got to Windfall and before the first dungeon, I mean, you can still go back there and do whatever. Like, backtrack from Dragon Roost Island and go there and do some tasks if you wanted to, even though you'd waste a whole bunch of time doing that. This game... You really don't get much to explore until the second half of the game. And it's one of the reasons why Twilight Princess bothers me a little bit, because you feel so constrained in the wrongest way possible that the game just really does not know how to pace itself until the second half of the game. And yeah, I think the game starts to get really good by the time you get to the second half, but the first half of the game just feels really sluggish to me in comparison. And I'm not saying it's bad, it's just that if the openness and the pacing of the second half felt the same as it did in this portion of the game, I think the game would stand out a lot more better. That, and I guess if the combat were a lot more easier and not so much on the easy side, it'd be a thing, but it isn't. But man, we get that iconic Hyrule Field music. Oh man, and it's large and open. And I know a lot of people complain about that, but I'll say my thoughts as to what I think about Hyrule Field as we progress further into the game, because I don't think it's that bad. I mean, come on, folks. But yeah, despite the fact that we have a little bit to explore, this really is just the icing on the cake. Holy fled, the lightning out there is loud. This really is just the icing on the cake in comparison to everything else. And oh my gosh. Hi there, obnoxious postman. How did you get here then? Alrighty. So basically you get mail from him and you can go into your subscreen and read it at your leisure if you so desire. And nothing important for the first one. Not like you can do anything about that, really. I mean, because once he approaches you, you can't really do anything about that. It's a little obnoxious. I'd prefer getting mail and post boxes any day, really, but it's not something I'll lose sleep over complaining about. But yeah, Hyrule Field. Gotta love that iconic music. I think it does get a lot better, though, when the instruments really start to kick in by the time you open up Hyrule Field a lot more. But yeah, I just really don't like the whole constrained feeling of Twilight Princess. I just can't help but admit it bothers me. But yeah, for reals. Not much to see. There is a heart piece over there, but again, I'm not getting it. Shut your faces. So, next time, my friends, we will venture on into the Twilight Realm. Oi.